God, what's that over there? Whoa, check him out. Welcome to another episode, guys. I finally got away from the cold Australian winter down south. I made my way back up to the top end of Australia. Living on the road, I love to just follow the sun. And whenever winter comes, I like to come up north and enjoy the good 20-degree nights and 20 to 30-degree days. It's amazing up here. I find living out of the van so much easier when you have really good weather. I wear less clothes, less washing, I can cook outside, and it's just a better environment for being all round active and enjoying the great outdoors. Haha. Wow. Just sitting here, I can see 4 different types of bush foods. There's sea almonds right above me. There's coconuts. There's those tiny little passion fruits growing on a vine over there. There's hibiscus flowers. I absolutely love the tropics. There's so much bush tucker up here. There's just so much adventure to go on up here. This is the beachberry bush, and it's not the berries I'm interested in, but actually the leaves. In Asia, the leaves are cooked up and eaten. That's interesting, isn't it? I've had them before, they're not the tastiest. This would have to be some of the easiest picking coconuts I've ever seen. I'm not gonna take them. I'd rather come back in several weeks and try and get them when they're a bit bigger. This one here, that's ready to drink. How good's that? Didn't even have to get the coconut pole out. That should do the job, I reckon. Take that one as well, do something with it. When I'm up north, coconuts are a real staple for me. The thing I love about coconuts is you can use them in all different stages of their life cycle. The green coconuts are great for drinking and scooping out the jelly. When they get a little bit older and the meat becomes thicker and hard, I can then scrape that out with the special scraper that I carry with me and make milk and even coconut oil to cook with. However, this coconut, I reckon it's past both of those stages because of that little bit of growth right there. This coconut looks like it's starting to sprout, which means that it's probably formed a heart on the inside. I'm going to crack it open and hopefully get a nice bit of breakfast out of it. I'll show you guys what I use for cracking open my coconuts. Now this is a really, really good bit of kit. I've carried it with me for the past 8 years. It's my Japanese made silky nader. It's different to a machete. It's a much thicker gauge steel, and being Japanese quality refined forged steel, it has stayed sharp, razor sharp, for the whole entire time that I've had it. I can use it not only for cutting open coconuts, but I use this a lot for chopping timber, whether it be a tree branch that's in the way when I'm four-wheel driving, or whether I need it to chop up some firewood when I'm out bush. This tool has really helped me a lot over the years. Haha, check it out. It was actually quite easy to open up. Now, just like I thought, it's still quite in the early stages of sprouting. This part here is called the coconut heart, and it is a great survival food. Not only does it have a lot of nutrition, but it actually tastes pretty good, especially if you're out bush and you got no food, or you're in a survival situation. Maybe you're stuck on a little desert island and there's only coconut trees there. It's amazing. Now, with all that meat in there, I'm going to take that back to camp and we're going to make something out of it. That's great. That's really good meat. I've also picked a whole lot of these coastal hibiscus flowers, which I'm going to have for breakfast as well. I like to just make sure there's no bugs inside. Yeah, that's good. And then eat them. Good bush tucker. Unbelievable. Back to Gypsy Van. Now, apart from the silky nader, if you want to be picking coconuts, drinking them, making milk or coconut oil or whatever, that you have a straw. A metal straw like this is a really good bit of kit. Comes in really handy. You can get it for a couple of dollars, usually at any markets in coconut areas. I think I got this from Rusty's markets in Cairns. And another thing that you can get is this little metal thing here. It's a very simple device, basically just a bit of stainless steel, and it's called a coconut scraper. You can usually find them in Asian supermarkets. Now, I've actually attached it to a chopping board that I bought from Kmart with some screws so that I can sit on it like this and grate my coconuts. Let's do it now. First stage of making coconut milk cream or coconut oil is grating the coconut. Handy DELICA step comes in really handy. There we go. Easy as that. Doesn't take too long, usually about 10 minutes. Got a lot of really good memories sitting around campfires out in the middle of the rainforest with a group of friends, grating up the coconuts in the morning around the campfire to make coconut milk for our coffee and other things. I find that when we were out in the rainforest and we didn't have much with us, we definitely didn't have any refrigeration, the coconut milk that we'd make, we'd keep it in a cool place and would only really last us for the day. You couldn't leave it overnight without refrigerating it, so it was really a daily task. A lot of good memories out there. Look forward to doing some more episodes soon actually. Just bush camping away from Gypsy Van and just surviving on bush tucker and things that I catch myself. There we go, job done. And there's our grated coconut. Stage 2, add water. Now you can just use cold water, but I like to heat the water up to about 45-50 degrees just to speed up that process and help to extract all of those oils. And I'm just gonna let that sit for, I don't know, half an hour. Check out the pippies that old mate over there got today. Listen, they're not the biggest ones. Up here I've noticed that they don't get much bigger than that, but still really good feed. All right, so I got some cheesecloth here. It's just really cheap stuff. I got it from like a kitchen store or something. And basically you just got to do this, pour it in. Yeah. And you just squeeze all of that coconut goodness out of there. And there we go. Now I've got coconut milk ready for my coffees, drinks, hot chocolates. I can even cook with it if I want to like catch a fish and make a coconut fish curry. Check it out. Now, the more water you use, obviously, the more diluted it's going to be. If you want it really strong, just use less water. So if I'm out bush camping, I'll just take the coconut grater myself. I won't take the whole board. I'll just take that with a few screws or whatever and just attach it to a bit of driftwood or an old log. I like to sit on a log usually, and a bit of cheesecloth. If you haven't got cheesecloth, just use a t-shirt. I've used a cotton t-shirt before. It's better if it's clean, obviously. And yeah, really simple, really easy. Really fresh. If you're feeling inspired by my lifestyle and would like to know more about how you could also live your dream lifestyle, get in contact with me. I've got my email and my Instagram page down below. I can help you also reach your goals so that you can live your dream lifestyle. I've helped out many people already and I'd love to help you out too. If you're new to the channel, you should also check out my last videos. There's heaps of adventures and fishing, bush tucker and so on. If you want to know more about my van, check out my videos about Mitsubishi DELICA.